Okay, there we go.
Okay, cool. Yes, it came up.
Okay,
Cool.
so yeah, so this is being recorded.
Cool.
Okay, so you have a 3.8 average,
Yes.
right? That's outstanding.
Thank you, sir.
So what I did you just say, sir?
Yes, sir.
You don't need to say, sir.
But my mom did not teach me that.
Oh, she didn't, huh?
Right?
Nope.
Are you in the military?
No.
I wish.
A friend of ours from the South was coached us in basketball, and
Oh,
so if we didn't say sir, it was wall sits.
oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, that gets to you real quick.
Yeah, I just required them to call me coach.
Yeah, that didn't work.
Okay. Yeah. So you're interested in sports management and coaching, right?
Yes.
And what part of sports management?
So I'll be honest with you. I picked sports management because I love sports.
Yeah.
I didn't really know a lot about it, and I'm learning as I go right now. So as
Right.
I'm filling the stuff out, it was like, "What's your favorite part?" I don't have a favorite part yet, just because like I'm a freshman. It's my first. That was my first semester last semester.
Right.
I'm kind of just learning as I go.
Well, what you're doing, what you've been doing for work has basically been marketing, and
Uh,
that's part of sports management.
Yes, I did a little bit of everything when I was with the Paw Sox, which I really loved because they didn't just have me at one space.
Right.
My boss had me do not intern had do promotional stuff. I was scanning tickets at one point. I was really everywhere in the ballpark, which it gave me a really good view of what to do.
Okay. So under your experience, if we just want to jump down here,
Okay.
okay, everything's in order. You have Pawtucket Red Sox. That's good. You have that logo. 9 months there. That's good. That's good, considering you're a freshman. And then Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Okay, so then we just need to plug in some verbiage there because you have to have some description. And what you just told me about, being able to do everything that that interests you, I would write that in there.
Okay.
So that would be like your job summary, okay? Or intern summary. So you see right here where my cursor is?
Yes.
You see where it says intern summary?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to write about your overall responsibilities for for the internship. And what you just said, really, it would be good verbiage for that. You found it exciting because you were able to do multiple tasks. Employers like to hear that. They like to hear that you're driven.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm just writing multiple tasks there, just to give you an idea.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Oh, good. Okay, so then you have, during my time with the Paw Sox, I was involved in public relations, merchandise, ticket sales, fan development. Envelopment. What do you mean by envelopment?
What's the type of?
Yeah, yep. Probably type fan
Development.
fan interactions.
Okay, sure.
What did you do?
Like I interacted with the fans, stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Okay. You could even write, let's see, customer relations.
That's a better. That's
See, customer relations is a very strong transferable skill.
Yes.
Okay, that's good to know.
Okay, and drone photography. So that's really the marketing part of it, where you were providing them with a lot of good photos.
Yes, I'm working on getting into that more this summer.
Okay, good. All right, so let's go back up to the top. Do you have any good landscape photos of that you've taken with your drone?
I have a couple. I don't really know if I have. Maybe put like the sunset one or something. There's a couple I have.
Can you see that?
Oh wait. Oh, Mattapoisett.
Yeah, I made that web page a while ago. It's not. I've been having trouble organizing it because I only got the free version. But
Okay.
you should be able to click on those,
Yeah.
and then they should all come up. Yes, there we go.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Thank you.
You know what I would do is, you know this one right here at the top left?
Yep.
Can you just lighten it a little bit?
Like
You know,
the
it's sort of like a dusk time, right? You took it during dusk,
so
or
when
is it dawn?
dusk. So
Dusk, yeah.
when I was there, I took the photos and a colleague of mine did all the edits. So
Mhm.
Back up. You take the video.
and photo.
You do both?
I did both.
Okay.
So
Oh, you take video too?
yes, the videos I have not uploaded there.
Okay.
I've been trying to learn it. I did that in like October, so I'm working on understanding
All
it.
right. What is NCC?
So
It's just a place where he does work.
yeah, so Easy Company's my dad's company.
Okay.
And I probably should explain this a little bit as well. So for the past 4 years, I've been flying drones illegally. I'll be like
Illegal.
so.
It's okay. I won't tell anyone. Oh, this is being recorded, by the way.
So in July,
Yeah.
my mom had the idea of, hey, this could help you market yourself. She's completely right. I hate to admit it, but she was right.
Hmm.
Anyway, so then I started getting my license and working towards my license.
Yeah.
Then I found out where my dad's work is, where I've been flying for 4 years, is an illegal area where I can't fly in.
Oh.
It's right near an airport, like literally, like it's in the airspace. So
Hmm.
I had to stop that once I got my license. So
Okay. So you have so tell me about getting your license. What was the process like there?
so for 4 months on and off, I was working on an online website.
Yeah.
That gave me training, and then in late December, early January, I went to take the exam. I failed the first time. Long story with that of why I failed. I won't waste your time with that.
No, that's fine. So
Yeah.
how many hours did you have to put into that?
I don't have an exact hour. I put like 6 months maybe.
Okay.
Because it was during the school year. It was kind of whenever I had a free second, I'd watch a video. So I couldn't really give you like an hour part.
Okay.
But
I'm just trying to determine if this is prestigious and something that should really be highlighted on your profile.
it's very prestigious.
Okay, very good. All right. So that could be something that you mentioned in your summary as well.
Yeah,
And-
and I just
and
noticed I gotta got my drone license on there instead of getting my drone license.
Right. And so if you if you like what I have just written here, then you can stick it in there somewhere because you have plenty of space. Or you could add it at the bottom.
Okay, cool.
So what was the significance? Okay.
The main reason was so I can get paid basically, because like a lot of the photos I took with the PawSox, I'm not supposed to take at night. I did that anyway, and they weren't directly paying me for a drone pilot. They were paying for me as an intern, so it was not. I was not. Yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Oh, so you're getting paid as well as were you getting academic credit for it as well?
So no, I got the PawSox internship by my senior project. So from the whole month of May, I did my senior project with the PawSox. And
Okay.
then second to last day, they offered me an internship for the summer, which I was very grateful for that.
Yeah.
And then a little story. My boss, Julie, takes me into a meeting. My first meeting, I have no pen and paper. I have absolutely nothing. And Dr. Charles Steinbrenner is in the meeting. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
No.
He's like the owner. He's like, where are you from?
Larry Lupino.
I'm from northern Mass, so I'm in Lowell. I'm 30
So, like-
miles.
So like Larry Lucchino, basically, like that high up. Like he was with the PawSox in 04, basically.
Okay.
Then all of a sudden they tell me they're moving to Worcester,
Yeah.
and I can't tell anyone that because I'm sworn to secrecy.
Oh wow.
Then I raise my hand. I feel like I'm in preschool, and I'm like, "Have you thought of drone photography for the new landscape for the building site?" Now Dr. Charles calls me Drone from here on out. He doesn't know my,
Okay.
but yeah, so that's how I kind of got
He
started.
doesn't know your name, but he
No, he does not know my name. He calls me Drone.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to have to interrupt that occasionally, but so any case,
Don't worry.
so a good background image would help. You understand the term of branding
Yeah.
yourself? Okay. Basically telling, people what you're capable of and how you're going to help employers in the future. So that's the first place where you would be branding yourself. And then, so your photo, I like your photo. Is there any way that you can get one that is closer up? In other words, it looks somewhat small. It's a good image. But can you get one that is a little closer in terms of your head and your shoulders?
I could probably get one from graduation when I look nice.
Well, you look nice there. That's not the issue
Yeah.
there. Okay. So those two areas we've covered. Now, student at LaSalle College, you're gonna have to say more about that, and that's where I suggested that in this reiteration, I said standout student at LaSalle College,
Mm-hmm.
majoring in sports management and minoring in coaching.
Yes.
And I said standout because you have a 3.8 average. That's good. That's very good.
Thank you.
Yes, but you know what?
It's going down.
He's diving into
Oh no.
and all these other things. So yes, it was great that he did that, but we'll see where he lands this semester.
Okay. So
Economics is killing me.
so at the moment you are a standout student.
Yes, at the moment.
Otherwise, I would want to mention something about what are your aspirations? Like, what do you plan to do?
I have my aspirations. Would you like to hear mine?
Yeah.
I'd like him to be employable and make money.
Oh, yeah. That's a given. But doing what?
Why don't you put that? His mother's aspirations. Please hire him.
Right. So how are you with that headline?
I mean, it's funny. I'm all right with that, but I mean, that.
No. The one that I'm showing you right now.
Oh, my bad. I like that. It sounds a little like cocky in a way, which I like.
Okay. All right. Well, you're just going to have to live up to it then.
All right. That's very easy.
Bob, what you could also say is serious. So he's more serious. He commutes. He's not into the party scene and all that.
Okay. So you're responsible. You're serious. Whichever, adjective you want to use. I'm not a big fan of adjectives, but if, I think in this case it fits given your
Cool.
GPA. Okay. So really, I mean, in your case, this is going to be really important part of your profile. So, if you like what I've written, then go with it. But it needs to sort of, really needs to talk about your passion for what you do. And obviously you're passionate about sports. What sports teams do you follow, by the way?
I follow Patriots and the Red Sox.
Okay.
In rugby and basketball.
Yeah, I follow other sports, but like I'm not as dedicated. I mean, I I dabble, but like,
But the Red Sox and the Patriots are definitely yours.
I'd say those are two I know the most about.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so you are proud of working for the Pawtucket Red Sox.
Yes.
The Paw Sox, right?
Mm-hmm.
By the way, are you going to be closer to the Paw Sox when they move to Worcester or farther?
So I'm not sure about my future employment with them at the moment. They have not gotten back to me, which has resulted in me trying to find other jobs this summer. I would love to go back with them. I'm just not sure at the moment.
Okay. Well, when are they going to be making the move?
2 years.
Okay. All right. So I mean, I'm sure there's some parts they're trying to move around and to figure out what they're going to be doing.
To answer your question, no, he won't be closer. Because we live near Gillette Stadium.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So it's a good landmark. So we're about 30 minutes to the Paw Sox, and it would be an hour to Worcester.
Okay.
I have some friends in Worcester, so if he wanted to work there for the summer or something, I could perhaps land him with some other people.
Okay.
I'm interested in it.
Okay.
Oh, just because I just noticed this. I'm going to send you those responses the responses to those questions you sent me earlier to add to this right now, or
Not yet, not yet.
Okay.
I had something in mind. Do you have any kind of quotes from people in terms of the good work you've done?
I think Dr. Charles calling him Drone Boy is probably an incredible. I know it doesn't mean much to you, but this Dr. Charles guy is the man.
Oh
And,
yeah, no. That, I mean,
for
it would
him,
be better if it were in writing, but if he could, if you want to just say it, that's fine.
Fondly referred to as Drone Boy. By I don't know. Can you do that by Dr. Charles so and so? Like, is that going too far beyond? Mentioning other people.
It may be if he gets a hold of that and
Yeah, I
doesn't
think
like
so.
the fact that you
Oh, yeah.
quoted him. But in any case,
You can always ask him right down the road.
yeah, you can ask him. You can ask him. I'm sure he'd be happy to let you use his words. That's probably not an issue.
Yeah, I can also look at. I interviewed him for a project at school this past semester, so I can try to find something in there that I can also put as well.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. So who are you connected with? How many? You have 67 connections. Who are you connected with?
Oh my God, what are all these friends, Ray? Are they real?
They're real.
Are these like people you don't even know?
No,
like you meant
Pawsox.
on Instagram or whatever?
Look, Pawsox.
Okay.
No.
Ray, look, he's not a dummy, Ray.
Yeah,
you're 19 years old, and most of your stuff is on Instagram and Snapchat. You really have to have a difference between. You have to separate the two.
Yeah.
You don't want people that you don't even know.
No, I have good. I think I have decent. Like all people I connect with on LinkedIn, I know do
Okay.
work.
But are they professional connections or are they more like friends?
I'd probably say 60-40, 70-30 are most. They definitely more are professional ones. Like
good.
Then like I have a couple there's people I've met like other interns. I don't know where that could land.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, I think what you need to focus on are people in the sports industry. And then also, you should try to connect with some of your alumni.
You mean from his high school?
From college. Even now, he should be trying to connect with people who have graduated from LaSalle.
Oh, so not his peers.
No, more like people who own businesses, people who are working, people who could be potential leads in the future.
Okay, got it.
Okay. So let me just show you what I mean by this. And you see where I'm going with my cursor?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to type in LaSalle. And that gives me, you see where LaSalle College, Newton, Mass?
Yeah.
Okay. So this brings me to their company page, their LinkedIn company page.
Mm-hmm.
And see where it says alumni down at the bottom?
Yes.
Okay. This is where you can connect with potential alumni. Now, this is my account, so it's showing me how many people I'm connected with, either by first or second degree at LaSalle.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I have 2 people there who are first degree connections. But what I want to do is I want to search alumni by title. So then that way, type in sports management. So that's one of my filters. You see that?
Yes.
Okay. And that shows me that I have, let's see, I'm looking at second degree connections. So I have 38 people. These are the people who are more likely to connect with me if I were to ask them for an invitation, to invite them to my network, rather.
Okay.
Okay. Some of them are students right there. Others are older. They've graduated. And, you want to just like reach out to the older ones and say, I'm going to be graduating in 2022, and I'd like to develop my network, my professional network, and hoping that you would be willing to, include me in your network.
You want me to type that in?
Yes. So when you send an invite, you have to send a personalized message. You can't just connect.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yes, I do.
Can you show us how to do that?
Yeah, sure.
Or let him show you.
Okay.
Yep.
I like what you're trying to. I just make sure. Well, I record it, so I want to make sure I said what you said.
Okay.
I like
So you see where, okay, so I'm gonna connect with you. Okay. So it's going to be different with second degree connections. You see, you're a third degree connection of mine. Your mother is a second degree connection of mine.
interesting.
Because through my friend.
Yes, through Lynn.
Through
Okay.
my client.
You
Yeah.
didn't friend me?
It's not friend, it's connect.
It's my friend.
Are you a ghost follower?
No. This is his connections, Ray, not mine.
Yeah, but like if
Right,
I'm
so what
friends
happened
with
is, Ray,
you,
stop. No, stop.
Okay, Ray, you get this?
yeah.
My client is their friends. So then I'm connected through him through Liz.
But
and now you're connected. You get it?
yes, but I could also be connected through him if I was connected to you. It's the same scenario. You're not connected with me on LinkedIn.
Because I don't really use LinkedIn.
Yeah, but I don't think parents and children connect with each other.
It's another connection.
Okay, so did you see I click connect?
Yep, I got you.
Okay, and so here's where I can add a note or I can send now. So I want to add a note. And in this case, in context, I'm going to write Ray. Okay, so you see what I've written?
Yep.
Trying to write. Okay, and then I'm going to write, let's connect.
Okay.
Okay, and I sign my name. So you're going to get this invitation. And so you have the option of accepting or not. That's totally up to you.
Pull up on my phone because I have you on here.
Oh, do you have a LinkedIn app on your phone?
Yes.
Good for you.
Yeah. I'm very prepared.
By the way, Mom, what really encouraged you to get him really active on LinkedIn?
She did not.
I did not. Actually, LaSalle does.
Oh, okay. Good for them.
The PCD?
Nope. I did it on my own.
I thought you went to something at
Nope,
LaSalle.
I did not.
Oh,
She
well,
doubts
apparently,
me.
and then the rest. Lynn is one of my clients. She had mentioned this previously, and even like last, I don't know when, I said, "Oh, Lynn, you might be a good connection, for me to get some tutoring for my son."
Good.
I had to blackmail her, but she finally gave me your contact.
That's okay. Okay. So so the idea is when people look at your profile, they want to see more like 200 connections. And that's going to be really impressive considering that you are still in college. Okay. They're going to think, wow, this person knows some people on LinkedIn. He'd probably be worth connecting with. And you have the option of connecting with people or not. So if you don't want to connect with someone, you just hit ignore. Okay. If you do want to connect with them, then you hit accept.
I know John.
Sort of like Facebook.
That is.
Although your generation doesn't use Facebook anymore, do they?
I am on Facebook.
Oh, good. All right. I'm on Facebook too. I love it. Okay. So any questions about this part of your profile?
No.
Okay. So this is what I call the snapshot. So I would like to see a nice photo of, either an aerial shot that you took with your drone or maybe a drone, in action.
Oh, that would be a good idea.
Ooh, you know what? I got it. That'd be a good one.
Fireworks?
Yeah, I have a fireworks photo there.
Okay. All right. How many drones do you have, by the way?
2. One's legal.
Okay. 2. All right.
The other one, it's probably not safe to fly. It's not good. But the one I currently have, well, you know those VR goggles, like virtual reality goggles.
Yeah.
So if I'm flying right and you're next to me, you put those goggles on. It seems like you're flying. It's pretty cool.
Oh wow. Okay, so it's sort of like synced up with your drone.
Oh yeah, it's very cool. It's very
cool. So this is really a passion of yours, huh?
Flying it the way I want to, yes. With going along with the codes and it's very hard because, for instance, where the Paw Sox are moving to, they're going right into an airport. So
right.
That, a couple weeks ago, they called me about going to shoot there in a couple weeks, and I'm like, I can't do that because the airport. 'Cause now I got to comply with the rules. When I
You
have,
mean the Paw Sox asked you to do it?
yeah,
Oh, wow.
to go. Well, their photographer asked me. He texted me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what my interest is, trying to construct your profiles for professional use.
Hmm.
So it's nice that you're really interested in drones, but you state in your headline that you are majoring in sports management and, minoring in coaching.
Hmm.
So that's how we need to brand you in terms of your profile.
Okay.
Now, the drone piece of it is very interesting, but that's just a part of it that allows you to do what you do for the Paw Sox.
Hmm.
And who knows, maybe it's what you will be doing in the future if you get into marketing in, sports management.
So, Bob, so really
Yep.
what happened was like a year or so ago when he was trying to go through the college process.
Hmm.
Long story short, I was like, you know what, you should incorporate, the drones into sports. And I've been telling him, like, look, like you can just fly above a basketball team playing outdoors or
Can't
fly
do
above a baseball team
Can't
and
do that.
get them footage. And he's like, no, no, no. In any event, so we got the drone license, but he has requests. So you already have requests from 2 people.
Yeah, I do have a request for a real estate.
No, what about Theo?
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, he wants you to.
Well, I mean,
drone
that,
the
yeah.
baseball
So my
game.
my best friend's dad, they
Mhm.
they play my high school, and I'm gonna try to video the game depending on if I have class or not.
Yeah, but Ray, that's the point.
Yeah. Okay.
The
Yeah.
point is, in my opinion,
Hmm.
there's monetization there of
Yeah.
of all these parents who want drone footage of their kids playing a sport.
You
Well,
can't
how
fly.
come you can do it for Theo, but
you
you can't
can't-
do it for
so-
anybody else? Whatever.
You can't fly over someone. So if the drone's literally above someone, I can't do that. You can't fly over someone.
So how
Okay, so are we in agreement that you in sports
Yeah.
management
Yeah.
you want to perhaps do some marketing aspect, and that the drones could be a good way to
Yeah.
cover that?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, So now, what about your experience? So you sent me a write up with your experience, and okay, so this would be the intern summary.
That's it. That's all he has.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Can you add that to your experience for the Paw Sox?
Is that? Yes.
Okay, I think that would cover your your intern summary rather. And then what you have down below is assigned, or rather I wrote assigned drone photographer.
Mm-hmm.
So what you need to think is, how can I really impress people with that task? In other words, how is that an accomplishment? Can you tell me how being assigned as a drone photographer is an accomplishment?
They posted my photos on their Instagram, and
Okay.
then for when they announced the move, they took my photo and added the perspective, the stadium there. You can actually see the car I was in the photo.
Okay. Okay, so they posted your photos on Instagram and maybe other media,
Yes.
maybe Facebook,
It was.
Twitter, maybe.
Maybe I'd
I
have
think
to.
it was on Twitter.
That was a
what Theo said.
different thing.
Okay. And so you were the only one who was doing this, right?
Yes, there was a player that had a drone, but he got traded.
A player?
Yeah.
So I think the important piece that I see here is that his drone footage was actually utilized in the announcement of going from Pawtucket to Worcester. So that was the whole basis.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. So we can just add another little sentence there. Photos were also utilized in announcement of new stadium.
Yes.
Okay, you can clean this up, when you have a chance. Is that fine?
Whatever works.
Okay. So yeah, so now this right here is an accomplishment.
Okay.
Okay. You haven't necessarily quantified it with numbers, dollars, or percentages. In other words, you can't say, well, it made the Paw Sox, $5,000. You may not be able to say that, but you have qualified it with a pretty good story.
Okay.
Okay, then you said sold tickets. And so I wrote sold tickets to customers, always maintaining a positive demeanor.
I don't know about that.
No, I mean, I did.
Well, we'll just say you did.
I sold 10 tickets. So that's
You
all
sold 10 tickets? Well,
Yeah.
in any case, well, maybe this was when you covered when other people couldn't do it, right?
Yeah, that's actually pretty much what happened. I was the last one.
Okay. All right.
I'm looking at it. So I was not the mascot.
Mm-hmm.
How do I say it? So like they have like, I'm sure like the Spinners do it, like those like mid-inning promotional stuff. Like they have someone like the Paw Sox do like 3 people are in a costume and they race. It was something like that. I wasn't really a mascot, but like I was like I was
Well,
in an outfit.
then what you did is you participated in like
Promotion.
between inning promotions or
Yeah,
activities, right?
That's better.
Did you do this often?
Twice.
Twice? Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
One time I got completely wrecked, which was fun. That hurt. And then the other time I lost.
So again, you were filling in, right?
Yes.
Okay.
They were short, very short.
So basically, your main responsibility was taking pictures with your drone, right?
No, my main responsibility was helping my boss and whatever needed to be done. Like so I could be like monitoring the auctions that were going mid game. I didn't really have one sole purpose. I would hand out like one thing that was constant was I'd hand out promotional cards at the end of the games.
Okay, all right.
Everything else was kind of varied due to what needed to be done.
Okay, so you contributed. Whoops. So you contributed to marketing efforts by handing out literature when necessary. How does that sound?
Cool.
All right. Well, I mean, if you have any more to add, if you can elaborate on that, that would be good.
If I do, I will.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. What about public relations? What do you mean by that?
So kind of almost like the handing out the literature. I was like talking to the game. I was talking to the fans, like have a good day. And I go. So when so they had for instance, one day we went to D'Angelo's and a mascot came and then 2 players came. I was almost like the escort almost.
Okay.
So like I was dealing with the fans. I'd say hi to the fans, stuff like that.
Okay. So did you greet fans on a pretty regular basis?
Yes, I interact with the fans. I go by saying, hey, do you need your picture taken, stuff like that.
Oh, you took photographs?
Yeah, so like if kind of my mom made me figure this out when I was younger, like when she wants to take a photo of us, she'd ask someone, hey, do you mind taking a photo? But it's always better if someone volunteers instead. It's less awkward.
Yeah.
So like if I was walking back to the office, I see someone trying to take a photo of their kids. They're like, hey, you want to get in this? I'll take a photo of it for you.
Oh, okay. So you use their phone to take photographs of their family. Okay. All right. Good. Good. So we can add that. All right. So now we already have about 5 bullet points. And, as intern, you're not expected to really perform very, what shall I say?
High level.
significant, functions. But it seems to me that you do more than most interns, because I know that the interns we've had where I work, sometimes they were just stuffing envelopes, you know?
Well, that is a lot of what he did too. So the
Yeah.
first 2 weeks he was there was
Yeah.
a senior project for school. And I've got a phone call every 2 hours, which was, oh my God, I'm on Excel and I'm just doing, like, he was adding names to it was like a contact list, a ticket list of
Yeah.
tickets, or he was cutting out coupons. So yeah, I mean, that's what he did. And I'm like, yeah, welcome to the real world. Like, that's your turn. Guess what? You're going to do what everyone else doesn't want to do. You know?
So I just noticed something that I guess so Easy Companies, I didn't intern there. That's my dad's company. But like I said earlier, for like a bunch of years, I was flying the drones with them for my dad.
Yeah.
So I kind of only put that there for the mention that I did drone work for 4 years.
That's all you've done though. You don't do anything else, right?
I mean, I did labor though.
No, you don't, right?
So like that was more like just drone stuff. I don't know why I didn't mention this on there. I thought I did. I was a baseball camp counselor. I don't know if that should be on there or not.
When was this?
Not last summer, the summer before.
No, I skipped this. Or did I? Hold on,
Last
I'll look at
summer
my
was
I'll look at my resume real quick. I have it on there.
Oh yeah, I would include that as well.
My resume?
Oh, absolutely. So you were a camp counselor. Where was this?
Wareham, Massachusetts.
It's the Wareham Gatemen. They're part of the Cape Cod League.
Okay. So was that for the whole summer?
It was for like a month.
It was for a month. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really. I mean, looking at my resume now, I kind of just set up and took down the tees, bats, balls, and bases. Instructed the campers on how to swing, field, and run. That's really all I did. I didn't really do anything else besides that.
Okay, but the point is that you were coaching. You were coaching the campers.
Yeah, so I should probably include that on there.
Yeah. Because that, I mean, that lends well to your desire to coach.
Yeah, so I'll put that on there.
Actually, he's very connected. In terms of connections, Ray, you're super connected with the Gatemen people. So Ray was an intern. So I don't know. This probably goes too far, long time ago. But throughout middle school, he was an intern for the Cape Cod League. And
oh, wow.
But like, it wasn't.
I'm sorry. He wasn't an intern. He was a bat boy. He was a bat boy for the Cape Cod.
Right.
Which established a tremendous amount of connections in itself, and it's just a wonderful opportunity. Like, you can't even imagine.
Should I mention bat boying or no?
Yes, but I'm not sure we would mention it in the experience area. It may be something that you want to mention in like interest or.
Well, so what he could do, Bob, is I don't know where you put this, but so he and his brother were bat boys when the Cape Cod when the Wareham Gatemen won the championship in the Cape Cod League. So I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but if they're in this business, that's kind of a big deal. It's like a really big deal. They hadn't won in like how many years, Ray?
I have no idea. Hey, Greg endorsed me.
Oh, nice.
See?
So like, could that be as one of those, like almost on a resume when you have it at the bottom, like you said, other interests or accomplishments?
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that could be 2014 Wareham Gatemen Cape Cod League Championship team, something like that.
That could go there.
That's huge. And again, Ray, so you should probably look at the Gatemen for context, even the former coaches that you're close with. Even Kendall. I know Kendall would.
Yeah, I know a couple of major leaguers.
Okay, so this is what I would do, Ray. So this is my profile, right? You don't have this section on your profile. You're going to have to add it. But there's a section down near the bottom that is called accomplishments. In fact, it's way down at the bottom. And so this is where you may want to add something to the effect of when you were a bat boy. You may want to mention it in this area right here.
Okay, cool.
Wouldn't he also put his FAA drone piloting license?
Yeah, absolutely.
Would he also put his license number? Is that appropriate?
I would not put my license number in there. No.
Well, I mean, that's up to you, but I wouldn't put it in the summary. Like in the summary, you talk about how you got your drone license.
They're putting your social.
Okay.
That's how I see it.
All right. But you should put it as an accomplishment or a title of accreditation. I don't know what you call it. Would that be in the same place that you would put like graduated 2000, year 2000 from whatever college?
Are we talking about education?
Oh, so there's a separate section for education. So
Yeah.
So-
So education is where I would list the college.
okay.
And you know what? You may even want to list your high school.
I was going to say that because I made honor roll or highest honors all years in high school.
Well, I would definitely list your high school then. And then when you graduate from college, just take your high school off it.
Okay.
Okay. So that's a point. So in education, add your high school.
Why do you organize this like this?
It wasn't right. It wasn't organized like that. That's mine. Because I was taking notes in the back. Go over there.
By the way, when you are done with all of this, I'd like you to tell me so that I can look at
Okay.
your profile again.
I will.
Well, that's actually one of my questions, Bob, for you.
Mhm.
Is, you know, so would you say like this is your homework, Ray? You need to do all these things, and we talk again. Type of
Yeah,
thing?
yeah. We can do that. What I would do is I would make notes in like an email.
Yeah. It might take a while. I have midterms coming up, but I'll get it done.
Okay. Yeah. So this definitely is your homework, and you will get a response from me.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So so go back. So let me show you what I'm talking about in terms of adding that section. You see on my profile up here where my cursor is?
Yep.
Okay. Add profile section.
Mm-hmm.
Are you on yours, by the way? Are you on your
Pull it up.
profile?
Yeah, I see it right here.
Okay. So what you want to do is you want to add accomplishments.
Yep. I see it.
And there's where you can put a lot of that information we've been talking about.
Actually, you know what I just noticed on yours? It says licenses and certifications.
Yes. So, there's another place where you could put your drone license number if you want. I think that would validate it, really.
I don't think you can look it up by that number though.
Oh, in other words, they can't glean
Yeah.
any sensitive information from you.
Yeah, I don't think that's the thing. It's not like when you, well, I don't want to put in your phone number, but like when you put your phone number and they call it, they get you. It's not like, it's not really like that. I don't.
Okay.
Plus, because the government shut down last December, I haven't really gotten the number yet. I have a temporary one, but
Mhm.
so it's kind of in the waiting.
Okay. So have you added that accomplishment section?
Oh, I was gonna do that. I'll do that now. I haven't done any of that yet, but I'll do
You
it.
can do it right now.
Add accomplishments. So in accomplishments, which one do I add? Publications, certifications, parent.
Well, let's see. I would say we were talking about some projects, right?
Well, battling, for instance.
I
Like,
would go to the bottom right. It says organizations show your involvement with communities that are important. to you.
Yeah. Do you think that ball club has its own
Oh, God, yeah.
page?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they do.
Okay. So when you click on organizations, it asks you what the association is. Let me see if that's
their name.
that's going to have to come from
Pretty deep.
above. I would put in the name. I would put the Cape Cod team. The
Yeah,
name.
I just did that.
Okay. And then the position held, Bat Boy. Okay. And I don't know if you could list associated with unless you had that
You could put Cape Cod Baseball League, couldn't you?
Cape Cod Baseball League, but that would have to be, see how when I do the drop down, it has my
Yeah,
my
it has your-
titles and my companies. Yeah, so somewhere it would have to be listed as a company or in the education. So
Yeah.
that may
It doesn't really work like, well, like you're saying, you have to like put it somewhere else. It doesn't work.
right, exactly. So it's got to populate to this drop down right here.
Yeah, but
I know we ended in 2000. Wait, we ended in
10
2000.
to 14, 2010 to 14. You were 10 when you
No,
started.
did they won it in 12?
I was 14,
Really? Jeez.
I think. So you were 10. So you were born in 99?
Yeah. So 2000. What did I start? 2010.
It's 10 for now.
Okay. I was a
You can clean it up later.
bat boy. Write that down. Write that in.
Hey, you have an hour of Bob's time. You can fill that stuff in later. Got it?
I was a bat boy for the Wareham Gate men who are a part of the Cape Cod League. I was involved in the championship. I was involved in the 2014 championship team.
Leanne, I'm not worried too much about time.
Okay. He needs to learn though, if you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, no, I know. I understand.
I was right, 2012.
2012.
Yeah, Ray was right. Always remember. Yeah, man.
They do have a LinkedIn page.
Yeah, I just found it.
Okay.
Well, they have a LinkedIn page?
Yeah, I just found it.
Mhm.
Good.
So they, about 3 years ago, they basically got a new general manager, and you know he's basically put social media at one of the top priorities. So they're very connected now.
Wait, are we talking about the Cape Cod team or are we talking about the Paw Sox?
Cape Cod.
Oh, okay. All right.
So they're sort of all over social media.
That's good. You know what you should do, Ray, is you should reach out to that person and see if they need any of your, your expertise.
So that's for the Cape Cod League. It's not paid, which I'm not too thrilled about.
Yeah, but it would be good for your for your portfolio.
Yeah, I've just looked up the people
Hmm.
that are linked with them, and I know one of them, so I sent an invite.
Well, again, it's another avenue, right? It's
Sure. So let's get back to your experience section. What about Easy Company? So that's your father's company, right?
Yes.
Okay, and so all you wrote is that you took photos of rooftops.
Yes.
Did you do anything else in terms of that?
I mean, I did like I moved stuff like labor, but like if
No.
sometimes.
Listen, he barely works, like seriously.
Yeah,
there's embellishment in this down out lying. So what he's done is he's taken the drone footage of commercial properties that's used for
Insurance.
Insurance and or repairs and maintenance, analysis is what he's done. So in other words, they're using it because these are buildings that are like what? Old commercial buildings, like the mills, those type of buildings.
All right, so for Easy Company, I have done. Are you still doing it?
We're working on it because it's in that airspace. So like if my dad works for a bank, if yes and no. It's no because it's in the airspace and I'm working on trying to fix that, but I haven't been able to.
Okay.
And then, but once we figure that out, we're gonna start that again.
Okay, but you do it for the purpose of what? Insurance?
Yes.
Insurance claims or for insurance for your father's company?
What's the difference?
In other words, well, I guess, what's the difference? Yeah. So does this help him in terms of selling his property?
No, we're in the repairs and maintenance.
Yeah, I'd say
portion.
repair. So like if they can see how the roof looks, probably something like that.
Okay. So who the buyers or the contractors?
No, so he maintains, think about it as the maintenance. The maintenance department is he's just helping the maintenance department with drone footage so they don't have to climb the building.
Oh, really? Okay. Um, it's like for safety reasons, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that can be polished up. Let's see. So, okay, so really no need for any kind of bullets or
Yeah,
accomplishments.
nothing really there. We
Because
could,
some things you just don't highlight.
we could fake employee of the month if you want to do that, but I mean,
Eh. Yeah, your father says, Ray, you were the employee of the month. So for Easy Company, let's see if you have listed that. Okay, so for Easy Company, you can type in drone photographer if you want.
yes,
Okay, and that's what you should also. Well, let's see. What would your title be for?
drone photographer. I mean, I'd say drone photographer. That's just me.
For the PawSox, would you say that you were just a drone photographer, or were
No, he
you
was just a general intern.
general intern?
Okay.
Okay, make sure you have that.
General intern for PawSox.
Oh yeah, you do have intern. Yeah, but you were more than that. Here's where you can add some of your areas of strength right behind the the initial title. So for instance, you see where I have LinkedIn trainer,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have vertical bar LinkedIn profile writer, vertical bar LinkedIn profile optimizer. This is a better example. So this is what I currently do. So this is my title, workshop facilitator, and you have listed your title as intern. And then behind that, I have some areas of expertise. You see this?
Like where like the bars are.
Yeah, where the bars are. So, in essence, if someone doesn't want to read through your whole experience description, they get a pretty good sense of what you did there or what you're doing.
So general intern, and then in the bars, drone photographer.
Yeah, that and then also, if there were some other major things you did, but I think drone photographer was probably
That way it stands out.
yeah. So if someone were looking for a drone photographer, let's see how many there are.
Well, that's one of my questions for you.
Yep.
I have some contacts, and Ray does too. How in this is obviously sort of a new arena for occupation. So when I was doing my research on this with colleges for Ray, there's really two components. Think of it like software. You use LinkedIn, but you don't write the code, right?
Right. I'm a user. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's the exact same thing with drones and accounting software. Same thing.
Right.
So there's a huge component of software developers for drones. That's huge. And then there's the user. So how does Ray set up the profile such that if someone's looking for someone to operate the drone, should he use the word operator, drone operator? Like what would the key words be for someone to find him on LinkedIn in Massachusetts or Rhode Island?
Well, that's the point. Okay, so that's a good point because he's kind of limiting himself if he just says drone photographer. But what if he says drone operator?
So I just noticed when you with your search, if you go back to that real quick, just if you
to the photographer one?
No, the page you're at. Go. Basically, one of them is something the person said on their in the dash or the blocks.
Yeah.
Commercial drone photographer dash licensed drone pilot.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah.
Right.
I wrote that down.
Okay, so but there were 1,175 results.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are employers looking for more? Are they looking for drone photographers or drone operators?
I'd probably say photographers because
you can be a drone operator as well as a drone photographer. So it's showing 5,000, almost 6,000 results for drone operators. And then within that, you can talk about how you also, how you take photographs rather. I mean, I'm sure drone operators do a number of things, include, military operations and so forth. But
exactly.
you also noticed that the guy has his license.
Yes.
licensed drone pilot at Steel Wheels Photography. Wow. Yeah, so there are, photography companies that are looking for drone operators.
Would he put Massachusetts and Rhode Island? Like, where would he do that? So if this is if you're a national, so here's the deal. So from what I
Mhm.
understand, this is huge with insurance companies. It's huge, frankly, in search and rescue, police officers,
Right,
firefighters.
right.
It's
Absolutely.
sort of like, so the reason I thought that Ray should get this is one, he has an interest in it, but two, no matter what he does,
Hmm.
eventually to work, it will be a credential. It will be something that might help him.
Right,
Because,
absolutely.
like, I'm not going to talk too much in general, specific here, but he's a white male, all right? So he doesn't qualify for, race, religion, sexual orientation. He doesn't qualify for any of that stuff, and that's going to be a lot of his competition, right?
Mhm.
He's going to have to somehow put himself ahead, and I think being the drone pilot will help him. And having said that, the more experience he gets, the better off he is, right?
Oh,
So
of course.
yeah. So that's
Um,
my thing. I mean, I know, so I don't know how these companies, I imagine they're using LinkedIn. So would he put in his profile Massachusetts and Rhode Island because we're close enough to Rhode Island, and obviously Massachusetts is, it's a big state, but he's,
yes.
how did he put geographic
Maybe a
areas?
New England.
Well, you're not going to go to New Hampshire or Maine,
Okay,
right?
look at drone pilot. Okay, that gets 28,000 results.
Oh,
But
okay.
Leanne, to answer your question, the broader the circumference he's willing to travel, the more business he's going to get.
I mean, it's also like.
So how do you do that? Where do you put that on LinkedIn, like your geographic area?
Well, before you even say that, it kind of what we were talking about before is I can go really anywhere just how much they're going to pay me because I got to account for gas money to and from to get
Well,
there.
that's totally different.
But that can go into it as well.
So you're gonna fly. Hey Ray, if you want to fly to Florida, go be my guest and do some drone footage.
Okay, to answer your question, what I see here is, I have the option of Greater Boston area or Lowell, Massachusetts.
Okay.
I think at the very least, okay, so let me show you how I got there. So you see this little pencil right here? Are you on your profile?
Oh, I was writing it down, but yeah.
Okay. So you click on the pencil. And then it gives you the option of your country and region. Okay, so we're United States. Zip code. I believe if you leave that blank, then it will just give the United States as the country and region.
Yes, it does.
I think that's a little broad for you.
Yeah.
So what you can do is include your zip code and the exact location in which you live. Okay. Where do y'all live in Franklin?
East Walpole.
Okay. And then click Greater Boston area. So that gives you, that gives you a pretty broad range. I don't even think that Providence is listed as a greater large city. It may be, but Greater Boston area covers a lot of space. I mean, it goes all the way up to Manchester, New Hampshire.
Are you allowed to have two LinkedIn profiles with two different geographic regions?
You are, but I think that's not why. Well, no, actually, you are not allowed to, according to LinkedIn's regulations.
That's so weird. So if you want to be known as national, so if you're like you are a virtual, you are a virtual LinkedIn consultant,
Right.
right? So how does someone in Florida know that you're willing to work remotely virtual?
Well, if I exclude my zip code and I go to country region,
Okay.
then it says, I think, all I can say is United States.
Okay. All right.
Right.
Okay.
Which I probably should do because
Well,
I do communicate with people all over the country, but I think it's pretty well known that I communicate via phone for the most part.
Okay.
But what do you have? So did you choose Greater Boston area?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So, you may not be able to do it now. You may not be able to do any of this now, but in the future, if, you really are interested in using drones for photography or surveillance or whatever. I mean, if you want, become a drone pilot,
Which
then
I am a drone pilot.
well, yeah. But I mean, if you want to do it for work, you're going to be in high demand because there aren't that many out there.
But there are though, and this is the point. This is exactly, so if I want, those LinkedIn job search things come up all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So if I want people to find him and say, hey, do you want to work for us this summer? Or do you want to go do some footage for us? And that's a whole nother gamut of how he should establish a business presence.
Right.
So he should start, once he finishes this, right, he may come up on profiles, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, and the more that he optimizes his profile with the keywords, the more he's going to appear.
Yeah, I think if I were him, I would be using, I think drone operator with, and then say, specialty with, photography and video. And that's the 3 words I think that you need, in my opinion. And then who knows? I mean, someone could have a lost dog.
No, no kidding. No kidding.
You know what I mean? I mean, there's so much, the usage is unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's why I think he has to go. He has to get this going.
Do you know why right now I'm currently not employed?
Mm-hmm.
And it says current position intern at Pawtucket Red Sox.
Sure.
I mean, I can put assistant at Easy Company like I had before, but
I would leave it as that because even though they haven't assigned any work to you, I mean, they did actually, right? Didn't someone call and ask you to do it?
Yeah, but at the moment, I'm not going to probably not working for them this summer.
Well, you never know. When they say we're not going to have you back, Ray, then that's when you can end your employment there.
Okay.
I mean, you're a student, so most students don't have current employment.
An intern, Ray, they get it. And you can put the date
Yeah.
on it, and it wasn't 9 months, it was 6 months. I think it's important that Ray not embellish. From my perspective, you do not want to put yourself out to be something that you're not. That is just not acceptable. And the minute they hire you, they're going to find it out and they're going to say, get out, we're done with you.
Well, he's not embellishing because he is listing himself as an intern. See,
Right. But I don't think he can say he was a drone intern. I think he was a general intern. And then, as you said in brackets, he became, and I think, again, that's sort of it was his initiation. He could say initiated drone photography and video from
yeah, absolutely.
because you do that for what's his name?
Jacobs, yeah.
Joe Jacobs.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Why?
Okay, so
it won't let me go change the background to the heading. It won't let me change the heading.
what do you mean, your background?
Yeah.
For what?
The blue thing.
The blue thing?
Yeah.
Click on the arrow. Click on the pencil.
Yeah.
And then it will have another pencil in this area right here.
Okay.
So click on that, and then it will allow you to
There it is. Okay.
upload a photo. Are you going to do that now?
Yeah, I just did it.
Oh, good. And I'm going to freshen.
It's well, I'm working. It's
Okay, not yet.
it might not be a
Yeah, it might not be the best photo.
yeah. It could maybe work.
Well, it's got to be a certain number of pixels. It tells you how many, what pixel range it needs to be. So let's see.
I might try.
Okay, so Ray, you're
Yeah, so it's got to be 1584 by 396.
okay.
Yeah, I don't really. I'm not.
So in basically it's got to be landscape, and the longer it is, and shorter, then the better. But
Okay.
LinkedIn will crop it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I just got one.
All right, so Ray, your time is up.
Oh, I got one.
Well, that's not great though. It's awfully dark.
Yeah, but it's a nice sunset.
Great. Well, all right, we'll talk about it, Ray. Okay, so Ray, what do you think your time frame is that you would want to meet with Bob again? Like, in 2 weeks, 3 weeks? What are you thinking? Because your March break is in a few weeks.
Yeah, I could maybe I could try to get my March. Well, I don't have my computer March break.
Okay, whatever. All right.
We'll
Okay.
probably be in touch. I'll go
All right,
off
be in
that.
touch. Okay.
I'll let you guys figure that one out.
All right, well, Bob, thanks for your time.
Yes, thank you very much.
And
Really
we'll definitely
appreciate
be in
it.
touch again, to continue on.
Wait, did we cover everything? Just because I know, did we cover everything?
Well, we covered everything until we got to education, but I think your education is good. The one thing I don't like about okay, so you're going to add your high school. So we did talk about this.
Yeah.
You're going to add your high school because you accomplished some good things there. You were on honor roll, every
Yeah.
year practically. But also at LaSalle, you were on honor roll, weren't you?
Yeah, Dean's
Yeah.
List or whatever.
Yeah.
it is.
Dean's List. So you need to add that, and you can do that by clicking again on the pencil.
Mhm.
And explore what you can do. So you can write your major.
Okay.
Okay. Well, actually, field of study, and then your degree, and you're
Mhm.
working on your bachelor's. And you can write for degree, bachelor's degree, anticipated 2022.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not like you're faking or you're embellishing, as your mother said. And then here you've been on Dean's List, and I mean, really, this is where internship information should go, but LinkedIn doesn't allow you to move your education up to the top. So
Oh, right.
where you have it now is perfectly fine.
Okay.
As long as you indicate that it's internship.
And I think where did it go? The one thing I think you mentioned was the skills.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have. I mean, a lot of skills there I looked at on that I didn't have.
Well, that's okay. I mean, you're not expected to have a great number of skills, having, being in college, but, you can list skills like communications. Are you a good writer? Are you a good speaker? Organization, I think, is listed as one of them.
Yeah, organization, I'm good at.
Right. Photography, obviously. I know that you listed drone piloting. Good. Was that actually one that was a drop down?
I do not remember, to be completely honest with you.
Okay. So yeah, if you type in drone, let's see. Add a new skill.
Well, yeah, you just add one. So yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so you got drone piloting, drone photography, drone video.
I'll add those.
Graphic, Okay, so you just click on all of those.
Yeah.
So there's 3 already.
Mm-hmm.
And then they suggest some skills that you may want to implement. None of which of these I really want to implement, but in any case.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Okay, so we'll be in touch.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thanks so much, Bob.
All right, great. Thank you, guys.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
Anyway, so